do well, and all kinds of good sides, and of course they got a wet bar there to get all your drinks, and your drinks come with your meal, and you can get over for $5 at lunch sometimes. So there it is. Back to you, John. W4TP, KF4TXQ, and I'll be sure to announce it.
You said boar's hot meat. What is that?
It's a brand of deli meats and so forth. Boar's Head, BOARS Head, Boar's Head meats, and it's good, man. They have all kind of smoked meats and cheeses and all that kind of stuff, and it's good.
Okay, very good. I just like a plain old hamburger. That's great. Yeah, that's really good. Okay. Well, let's see. Got about 4 minutes here, so coming around to net time. Yeah, it's hope you have a big turnout up there, Sam. Long way from here. I wonder if that looked like, have you ever been to, at the 431 exit on 85, have you ever been to Angel's Antiques down there?
John, I never have. But I've been, right where 431 branches off of I-20. There in the town of Heflin, there's a good barbecue place there. This is Marie's Barbecue.
Oh yeah, how about Heflin? Okay, Sam. Yeah, there's a good antique place. I can't. Every time I go up there, I can't stay out of the place. I enjoy going through. It used to be an old Walmart, and they have it sectioned off, and a lot of antique stuff. And I can't hardly get up there without bringing something back. So anything from they got a lot of old radios from time to time to watch. Zenith and all of that. So anyway, all right, we got a 57 coming up here, so we'll hang in here, Sam. Thanks for doing the Mystic Statement tonight. F4TXQ, W4TP, stand by for net.
It's always fun for me, and I hope everybody can endure it. W4TP, Bay Manette, KF4TXQ, standing by for the Gulf Coast Mullet Society net. Over.
Frequency in use. Now we're using this frequency. Now calling the Gulf Coast Mullet Society net. Calling the Gulf Coast Mullet Society net.
74 GCM is the official call sign of the Gulf Coast Mullet Society. Let's try that again. 74 GCM is the official call sign of the Gulf Coast Mullet Society. This net meets Thursday evenings at 6 p.m. Central Time on 3885 kilohertz in the AM mode, with W4GCM being the net control station. The Gulf Coast Mullet Society was formed July 27, 2002 for the preservation and the use of tube-type AM amateur radio equipment. This is a directed net. Your net control for this evening is N4JK. My name is Art, and location in Destin, Florida. In remembrance of our silent keys and appreciation of our veterans, I'd like to take 30 seconds in their memory, starting now. Thank you for that. Folks, I have my computer doing strange things right now, and I need to take just a second to bring up a document or two. Let's see here. Because I can't read the preamble. Just scrap that on me. Stand by one. Okay, I'm bringing it up now. Sorry for the delay, folks. Murphy is alive and well. And he's in my shack right now. Okay. This is 74 GCM with the Gulf Coast Mullet Society AM net. And I pulled up the wrong thing here. It's now time for general announcements. Oh boy. Sam, if you're on, will you, I know that you have one, will you go ahead and make an announcement, and I'll try to get things squared away here. KF14 from W4GCM.
Okay, Art, W4GCM. I'm in Destin, Florida. This is KF4TXQ, and of course your call is now W4GCM. This is KF4TXQ. Dave, making an announcement. We're going to have a spring fest on the 6th of April. Down the road from me, a piece about 4 miles from here, is a place called Poplar Dogs. Poplar is in poplar tree, and dogs spelled D-A-W-G-S. And the guy that actually founded that place was called Dog. Everybody called him Dog. And so when he sold it, the new owner kept the name. And that's kind of neat. But anyway, and so that's the way things are going here. And I'm proud to be a mullet, swimming in the sea. I'm glad to have all these good AMers just fishing after me. Back to you there, Art, and thanks for calling the net. KF4TXQ.
Yeah, KF4TXQ. from W4GCM. Well, thank you, Sam. The problem was I'd lost my mouse. And I was able to plug and unplug and get it back, so I'm okay now. There are other announcements. First, announcing the third annual frequency measuring contest for 2024. This frequency measurement contest will be held this year, March 21st, 2024, dawn. KD4EGF will be measuring all stations. After initial check-in, the frequency will be measured and recording on each station during station comments. The station with the frequency nearest to 3885 kilohertz will win first prize. There will be a second place award certificate given out also. Only those stations with a VFO may participate in this contest. And let's see what else we got. Another announcement. The 54th Annual Playground Amateur Radio Club Hamfest is this weekend at the fairgrounds. It starts 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Friday and 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday. Vendors can set up Friday starting at 8 a.m., but there will be no public opening until 4. Vendors may set up Saturday at 6 a.m. with no opening until 8 a.m. And the next announcement, results of the QRP contest. The lowest power, greatest distance. First place, A4HUM Lenny, less than 1 watt, 259.3 miles. Second place, W4LB Ray, 3 watts, 293.3 miles. How low can you go? First is K4HUM Lenny, less than 1 watt, 259.3 miles. Second place, actually there's 2, W9TAB Tom 1 watt, and K4VZS John 1 watt. And third place, Rhonda, KD4RS6 2 watts. And fourth place, Ray, W4OB at 3 watts. I'm preparing the awards. I have not finished it and gotten them in the mail yet, but it's in the works. Okay, let's see here. That's all the announcements I've got. Are there any more general announcements? Well, that's enough. Now, stand by. Are there any stations wishing to list items for sale or items that are needed? Please come now with your full call.
AF1Z, Alpha Fox 1 Zebra.
Got you, Mark. AF1Z. Go ahead with your listing, over.
Yeah, thanks, Art. I've got an HRO60 here. It's a nice receiver. I don't want to give up on it, but the power transformer smoke out. Smoke came out of the power transformer on an HRO60. So, they're not just on any street corner, and I wondered if anybody might have a junker, hopeless HRO60 with a good transformer or whatever, I understand Hammond makes a replacement. I haven't checked it out yet, but thanks, Art. AF1Z.
Well, yeah. Does anybody have a junker HRO60 with a good power transformer? Asking around, something ought to turn up, so I'm sure you'll be able to get something there, Mark. Any other listings? This is W4GCM.
Whiskey Bravo 4, Oscar, Quebec Foxtrot.
Whiskey Bravo 4, Oscar, Quebec Foxtrot. Go ahead with your listing.
Yes, I'll have these items at the Saltwater Hamfest over the weekend, but I have two Mosley HF beams. One is a TA-33, and the other one is a Mosley Classic 36. 33 rather, Mosley Classic 33. I have both of those beams for sale in very good condition. I also have a hand loader with a CDE control box.
Very good. Well, you should TA-33, CL-33, and CDE control box rotor. Fruit Loaf and Beach Hamfest. That should be very popular. Thank you for that listing. What is your name? I can't remember. Over.
The handle is Brian Delta Oscar November, and one other item, I've got quite a few, but I've got a heat kit, HR-10B, the old heat kit receiver that matches the DX-60B. I have one of those there in working condition, over.
All right, an HR-10B. Grab that and put it along with your DX-60. That's what a classic station. Well, I look forward to seeing you, Don, and thank you for your listing. Anything more?
Yes, this is W4OLJ, Art. I'm looking for a pair of 4-400s. I need a good pair. Would prefer a pair of just a rack, the same brand and everything, but, I might not get that, but that's what I'm looking for. A good pair of 4-400s, Art. This W4OLJ.
Well, very good, Art. W4OLJ. Ready for GCM. I'm looking for a pair of 4-400s. Contact Virgil if you have some in your junk box. Another station in there, another listing. Heard a carrier. Try that again.
KO4, JQN, Kilo Oscar 4, Juliet, Quebec, November, Josh in Tennessee.
KO4, JQN, W4GCM. Go ahead with your listing.
Is this a for sale now? I guess I missed that.
I'm just checking to see if there are stations that have items they're looking to buy or to sell at this point. I haven't gone to general check-ins yet. Do you have anything you want to list?
Well, I'm broadcasting on a helicopter HT-37, but I got another one here I'd probably sell. I don't really need two, so if anybody's interested in that, I guess I'd probably sign up for maybe $100 or something. Need some work located in Tennessee over here.
Oh, real good. Yeah, HT-37s are neat transmitters, and they make some decent AM. Appreciate you listing that. Contact Kilo Oscar 4 Juliet, Quebec, November. Any more listings?
Got some heat kit, SB300, SB400. I'd probably sell all each for about I don't know how much, maybe $250 or something for the pair, I guess. Other than that, I guess, I'm trying to think. There was something I was looking for, but I can't remember what it is now. I'll think about it.
Okay. Well, I got you an SB300, SB400 you're wanting to sell too. Well, I'm going to build a list here, and we'll go around, and if the other thing hits you, then bring it up when it gets around to you. Let's see. Sam, sorry to keep you away from the dinner table. KF4TXQ. Do you have the official mystic statement for the Gulf Coast Mullet Society, ever?
I do indeed. Here's the official Gulf Coast Mullet Society mystic statement. the mullet has a gizzard like a chicken. Could it be that the mullet is a chicken of the sea? KF4TXQ, Dadeville, Alabama. Back to you, Art, and thanks for running the net. W4GCM, over.
And good to have you in here, and thank you for the mystic statement. Let's see. Well, Joe, K4JCP is... Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is W4GCM with Gulf Coast Mullet Society. Let's take 30 seconds to fine tune our rigs, and we'll continue with the net. Now standing by. Okay, I think we're all set. Well, I don't have a trivia question. Of course, Joe usually provides that, but he's not back on the air yet after his move. But I'll provide a topic here. What is your favorite microphone? This is the Gulf Coast Mullet Society. This time we'll stand by for any QRP or mobile stations. Please come with your call sign. None heard. Now we'll take general check-ins for the net, beginning with Kilo, November, Whiskey, and Alpha prefixes. Use your full call phonetically. Now standing by for Kilo call signs. This is W4GCM.
Hey, K4E21.
KA4AMI.
Acknowledging K4VZS. Didn't get the whole call sign. The N5. Well, you'll have to come back in. I'll put you in second place here. K5HUM. KA4AMI. KW4TV. K5CUB. Additional check-ins, please.
Kilo Whiskey 4 Zulu Zulu.
Kilo Whiskey 4 Zulu Zulu. Sorry, the K5 station. I missed you a minute ago. Would you come back again? Oh, me. Well, I've got KW4ZZ. Any more Ks? Now we'll move down to N prefixes. This is W4GCM. No N's, my goodness. Whiskey prefixes. This is W4GCM.
W4OLJ.
W4TP.
Whiskey 4 Whiskey Foxtrot Lima.
November 4 Oscar Yankee Tango.
Kilo Juliet.
WA4KM.
W4IDD. W4OLJ. W4TP. W4 Mike Alpha Charlie. W4WFL. I missed one. WB4KKJ. WA4KM. Additional whiskey call signs.
November 4 Oscar Yankee Tango.
November for Oscar Yankee Tango. Okay. Got you there. Any more whiskey call signs? No alpha call signs. Any alpha call signs? This is W4GCM.
There is Alpha Fox 1 Zulu F1Z.
Got you marked. F1Z. Any additional alpha call signs? Okay. Now let me start at the top of the list. Sam, have you escaped to suffer yet, or you want to make a transmission? F4TXQ from W4GCM. He said he was going to get away, so you have to be fast. John, over to you. Look forward to seeing you this weekend. How are things going? You're loud and clear over here in Destin. K4VZS from W4GCM.
W4GCM, K4VZS. I got several things to say, if I can remember. First of all, I think the Mullet that has attained a new high. I bet you we're one of the very few nets that have ever been held up by a mouse. Second of all, you've endangered your supreme orator's capabilities there tonight. Just had to put it in. Mark, I might have a transformer. If I do, I plan to come over in the next couple of weeks and put it in with the drink. Good to hear you tonight, buddy. I'm a ranger with the QRO, about 300 watts. And listen, what is this? A Flex 1500. See what I'm saying about remembering? Anyway, feeling much better, enjoying things. Life is looking good. And getting a few radios fixed. I've got some good help now with David and Randall. And a good outlet for around. Anyway, back to you there, Art. I'll be looking forward to seeing Kate. And W4GCM, K4VZS.
VZS from N4JK. Oh, yeah, that's no problem. And she's looking forward to seeing you, too. Well, it'll be neat to get caught up, John. And, yeah, that is nice. Well, this is the most unusual night. Murphy is running around between the tables and getting into things. But I think we'll manage. Anyway, it's great tonight, and I'm glad you're feeling better. And sure do look forward to seeing you. Lenny, up to you. K4HUL, W4GCM. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, Mr. Art, I believe you were calling me? W4GCM, K4HUM. We're doing just fine. We're rather loud. More coming tomorrow night and Saturday, but we're hollowing out a tree. We're going to make a canal. See if we can get to the mailbox. Anyway, good to hear all y'all. And it's a little rough tonight. The conditions are a bit noisy around here. My compromised receiver is a little bit short-lived. Anyway, I'll get it back to you, Mr. Art. I hope I'm not talking out of turn. And I heard the list of for the contest, the frequency contest or power contest, I should say. And I imagine it'd be on the maybe on the internet on the website. But anyway, 7312. We'll be listening and have a great weekend, everybody. God bless.
Yeah, Lenny, that was you. Yeah, it's a lot of static in there. Most of the stations are real loud, but as we get further out, the static can get into things. I'm talking you fine, but I can understand problem on your end. Anyway, thanks for being with us tonight. And let me get it over to Eddie. KA4AMI from W4GCM. How you doing, Eddie?
All right, W4GCM. Oh, a little frequency. I can kick it up a bit. Maybe that's better. W4GCM, this is KA4AMI. Well, Art, you're sounding real good tonight. It's good to hear you and all the mullets out there. In Williamson, Georgia, life is good. And I'm glad to hear John VZS sounds like he's feeling better. I can tell it in his voice down there. So that's a good thing. He's pretty loud up here tonight, too, on his Ranger. Nothing to report up here. Just a good, beautiful day, and we're enjoying our AM tonight. We're on the DX60, listening to an old Hammerlin HQ100 with an in-fed half-wave antenna, and my antenna, not antenna, my mic of choice, you mentioned microphones, I believe, is the D104. I think I'm using D104 on everything but two rigs. One is a Heil on the, when I use the Gates, it's hooked up to the Gates producer, and I have another W2 somebody, I can't remember, mic on a little icon that I never turn on over there. But the rest of them are D104s in some state of repair. 7:30 to everybody. We'll talk to you maybe next week. W4GCM on the Gulf Coast with the Gulf Coast Mullets. This is KA4AMI Williamson.
KA4AMI from W4GCM. Well, I'll tell you what, Eddie, that DX67 is really good. And with a classic receiver there, the HQ100, man, that brings back good memories. My first good receiver was an HQ100, and how good the audio was on those. And I let it go a long time ago, and I don't know why. And I agree with you on mics. D104, I've got a bunch of different mics, but my favorite's still a D104. It's properly matched. You can use it with anything. And the nice little peak in the higher frequencies sure does help on the intelligibility. I can spit that out there. So thank you for being with us tonight, Eddie. Now here's somebody with lots to say. Manuel, what you up to tonight? KW4TV from W4GCM.
W4GCM. KW4TV. Well, Art, you're doing a good job as always. Thank you for doing the net. Not a whole lot to say tonight. A little tired. Been running here and there. Had it with my daughter yesterday. And my wife has a cousin that passed away, and she's down at his place right now where we're doing the arrangements, and I don't know if I'm going to get to go to the party for Saturday or not. I have a hope through, but I'm afraid that the arrangements are for Saturday, so I'll have to wait and see, play that one by ear. I hope to make it though. Glad John's still in town. And the mic I like, I do like the D104. They're great mics, and that's what like the egg-shaped D104. They're good microphones. I'm on a Pro 40 tonight, but I guess my favorite would be the 104. So. Well, that's about all we got up this way. Maybe we'll get feeling better like John before long. Get straightened up. But W4GCM, KW4TV from the Tarleton Mountains North.
KW4TV from W4GCM. Well, Manuel, I understand. I'm sorry to hear about your first cousin passing away. Maybe they could let you, maybe you could get over at the fairgrounds early. Make personal appearance, sign a few autographs, and then get away a little bit early and get back to the ceremonies. Don't know how the arrangements would be. I understand if you don't make it, but you do realize you're not there, we will talk about you. And PR for Mullet, that's a good mic. And that brings it back to Mr. Bob Howell. I'm sure everybody has heard that Bob Howell passed away this past week. And I was reading a nice write-up on the ARL newsletter about Bob Howell. With a brief history on him, but he really did a lot for our hobby. So, well, let's check in on this net several times in the past. He sure will be missed. Let's see, where are we here? Get over to Lee. How's it going tonight, Lee? K5CUB from W4GCM.
Well, good evening, Art. I hope I found okay. I'm cheating tonight. I'm on my J2 FTCH 3000. For some reason I had to follow way up to it. How this thing actually sounds on A. Got it sound a little watery well. And another question, Art. We set the clocks up very nice Sunday morning every morning. Well, the Mullet start time on say 8 up to 8:14. Your comment on that. As far as right now, I'm going to put off the mic, but I would have a high-FM mic up here. I'm moving things around. I can really temporarily. So I like my Hio. Been using them for years, and like 20 years. And always got good audio support. But I like the old D104s. I got an old one with a painted base. That took to the Harvey, and I bought a Silver Eagle up at Huntsville. And it's not, not only the vertical approach for it, but the one on the horizontal also. So two top switches, and the head on it is bad. I think I'm going to wait to put a high on it. If you would, you know what the thing sounds like when we change the net time. Appreciate it. W4GCM, K5.
K5CUB from M4JK. The audio's low on it. It's clean. Carrier's good. Side bands are full on each side, but you need a little bit more audio. That's not a criticism I have. But I think you're all right there on that FTDX3000. And your question about the start time, I haven't heard about it changing. I don't think we're going to change. But we'll get the word out by email and by announcement on the web if we do. So I would expect that this time next week we'll be on at 6 o'clock. I could be wrong. I guess it's going to be, I don't know. Let's see. Let me move down to Dennis. How are things over your way there, Dennis? I'm thinking you're over there around Pensacola. KW4ZZ, 94GCM.
W4GCM in the group. Kilo Whiskey 4. Kansas here. I'm located northwest of Milton, Florida, on Nod Hill next to Foster's Farm. It's a pleasure to be here this evening and listen to all these good AM signals. Sitting here working on the phone for while I'm listening to what's going on. It's kind of neat to be able to have some small projects to work on the bench while I'm listening to the net. Kind of makes the net a little more pleasurable in my opinion. But it's good to be here. Hope everyone is doing well.
everyone on the net, and I pray it will be upon each and every one of us this evening on the net. You know, we won't deal with that the next day.
This is W4GCM. Well, very good, Dennis. Good to hear from you over there at Knob Hill. Well, I'm with you. I love having a project out on the desk. At the moment, I've got a Kenwood TS820. It's in pieces. Hopefully, I can put it back together. That has been a fun hybrid sideband rig I've enjoyed over the years. And but I don't work on that while doing the net. I've got 4 monitors going right now, and just trying to keep up best I can. Thanks for joining us tonight. Oh, now this will be a treat. Let me turn down the volume. Okay, Roy, go ahead. W4IDD from W4GCM.
All right. Thank you, Art. Good evening to you and all the men out there tonight. I hope everybody is doing well. This is W4IDD in Pensacola. And John, you're sounding like old times tonight. You sound like you're just about back to normal, and that's wonderful. We've been praying for you, young man. Well, let's see. I'm running a Nissan 990 all-transistorized rig on an SP200 amplifier. Run about 200-watt carrier. And my favorite microphone rig is all like that. It don't get no better than that. I've got 2 D104s, and I love each one of them. And that's what I love here in the house. Now, in my recording studio, we got a little 16-track in a building separate from the shack here. And I like to electrify I'm talking over one of them right now. So I hope you can hear me okay. Well, let's see. That's about it. I can't think of nothing else to say, so I guess it's time to turn it over to you again. Doing a great job. Always a pleasure to check in with you, young man. And I'm going to end up by saying this. Well, let me say this before I quit. I'm looking forward to, I had a problem with Miss Daisy May, the B&W 5100 transmitter. She got overweight. She got up about 90 pounds, and I couldn't pick her up anymore. And when I'd have a little problem, I have to get somebody down here that can pick her up and stuff. And so I've downsized. And John has bought me a DX60. And I'm looking forward to getting that thing down here and get her set up and get her operating. I've already got her named, Art. And it's Miss Mary Lou. And so we're looking forward to getting Miss Mary Lou in here. I named her after that Ricky Nelson song, Hello Mary Lou, Goodbye Heart. Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. So there you go. So much for it. Back to you, Art. Let me close with this statement. I hope everybody else on Radio Land feels as good as I live. Back to you, brother, from W4. I did a little Pensacola.
W4IDD from W4GCM. Well, you are so kind to put out good wishes like that. When you said Mary Lou, that's exactly where I went. Ricky Nelson. It'll be good to hear Mary Lou on the air. I understand about Miss Daisy Way putting on a little bit too many pounds there. did a good job for you. I know that DX60 will work fine. Man, you got some fine bikes. This RE27s are great. and the old D104s too. All right, thanks for your words of wisdom tonight. I think we're all better for it. And here's a guy we're watching. Virgil, up to you. W4OLJ from W4GCM.
W4GCM. That's W4OLJ. Okay, Art. Thanks a lot there. Well, you coming in good tonight. Sure are. Well, I've got 3 or 4 D104s around here. I don't run one on this rig, but on my other rig over here, I do. And I've been using D104s there a long time. And they're really a good microphone. I just hate to be without one. Sure would. It's been a nice day here in the valley today. Sun's been shining most of the day. And I've been out here working on a little Farmall 1942 model Farmall tractor that I acquired yesterday, and had a lot of fun with that thing today, piddling with it and riding it back through the field a little bit. And we're looking forward to the Sevierville Hamfest next Saturday, the 16th. And it'll be, Sevierville is right up there next to Gatlinburg, and it's always a pretty good Hamfest. I know it's a long ways for you guys down there on the Gulf, but if anybody's up this way, why, drop by. It'll be a lot of fun there, I guess. So that's about all we got, Art. You're coming in good up here and doing a great job. W4GCM. This is W4OLJ.
W4OLJ from W4GCM. Solid, Virgil. Oh, yeah, I've heard good things about the Sevierville Hamfest. I've never been able to attend, but I know that's a good one. I hope you find some souvenirs there, and mostly I hope you run into some friends. And congratulations on getting that new tractor to work on. I have a cousin. Lives in Edgefield, South Carolina, out in the country. He bought him a John Deere when I went up to visit him a couple of months ago. He put me on that John Deere and he turned me loose. So I thought it was crazy. That was fun. I enjoy driving this tractor. They took pictures. It was one of the fish out of water deals. Oh well. A nice day here too. And it's gonna rain and get ugly next couple of days, but it sure has been nice to have some warm weather. Virgil, thanks for joining us tonight, and let's see, let me move down to John, W4TP from W4GCM.
Yeah, good evening to everybody on the net, W4TP. Well, on the microphones, I got a ton of all kind of microphones in here, but I ended up with, and you're listening to it, I agree with Roy, I love electric voice microphones, and this is the RE27 November Delta, and it's been a real performer here on this transmitter anyway. And, some people sound good with any microphone. Joe, P4JCP, and W4OLJ, Virgil, I think you could take 2 tin cans and wax the string, and I think that would sound great on them. So that has a lot to do with it. I was digging through the junk box today, and I did not know this. I'm trying to clean out some of this junk in here so you can move, and I found a crystal, and I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this. Of course, it's the FT243. It's got the metal on the front, but this thing is made by Scientific Radio Production. And I've never heard of that company before, but it has stamped on the side of it December 14th, 1943. How about that? Didn't even know they made, this company made it, but it's Scientific Radio Products, PROD. So that's something new here, but I'm digging through the box today, and you know, we talked about crystals one time before, and didn't even realize that they had done that. Doing a great job, Art. Thanks for all you do here on the net, and looking forward to the frequency measuring contest coming up here in a few weeks. And we're going to try to get Don, WD4EGF, to transmit a carrier, and he'll be phase locked to the discipline GPS with his transmitter, and you can zero beat him, and you will be fairly close. And we're going to give out, right now it looks like 2 frequency counters, handheld frequency counters. So if you would like to participate, you must be on a VFO, of course. No cheating here. No crystals or solid state stuff. We've got to be on the VFO. Thanks again, Art. WD4GCM, WD4TP.
WD4TP from WD4GCM. Well, that's going to be a neat contest, and I know a lot of folks will dust off their VFOs and put them online. And on that crystal, you know, a lot of people are making crystals for World War II, and I've seen a lot of unusual ones over the years. And there used to be a member of the net that probably would know all about it, Harold Smith, K4PQW. I think in his past he used to be involved in making crystals. Who knows, John, the K4VZS might have a little background on that. But that sure sounds like something over that date that had to be made for the war effort. And yeah, I agree with you. There's some folks that just got good pipes. Any mic will sound good with it. John, I got so many mics around here. I have spreadsheets so I can keep track of them and indicate where they should go. I've got my ham radio mics, and I've got stuff for my music and just frozen festers. I don't know how I got so many mics. It just happened. So I do like microphones. Let's see here. Let me move on down to Mac, W4MAC from W4GCM. How are you this evening?
Good evening, Mark. Good evening, everybody. I'm doing great. Well, I can update you over the game. Monday night when I was checking in, I was sitting here pushing a manual coax switch back and forth, flipping the receiver to and the transmitter on with the switch, and squeezing the trigger to keep it up, trying to hold everything in a hurry. I've updated a little bit. I did get me a dial key that's partially working, so I can now mute the receiver with the transmitter, and the coax is switching on its own. Well, back contacts on that dial key don't work, so I'm supposed to do an amp manually. I've got some hope for it. I'm actually going to be to the point where I can do a little bit of PTP activity. So I can upgrade that HT20 working type radio. Will be when I'm done. Oh, microphone. That's what I'm talking on right here. I think it's some of my favorites, especially because of the hearing. I've never heard it. I've got no idea how it sounds. It was a $5 find at a ham fest, and guy says I'm pretty sure it don't work, and I bought it just because of the way it looked. It's a Unidyne Delta Yankee 14. It's made by Shure Brothers, and it looks like the old Elvis mic, like a Shure 55. I'm liking it, like the way it looks. It's to pick up our world because it shows and modulate, and run around until somebody tells me it sounds nasty or nasally or something. Here in the near future, a little bit of monitor my audio a little bit so I can hear what it sounds like. That's about it. Oh, appreciate you doing that. You're sounding great out there. That's about it. W4GCM, this is W4MAC, Mac in Florida.
W4MAC from W4GCM. Oh, Mac, that Unidyne sounds good. Yeah, I know Sure's made a lot of dynamic microphones with the Unidyne label and then different model numbers. Those are good mics. I'm using a Shure here right now. It's a Shure 565 that I inherited way back when I was playing in rock and roll bands with the old Woodstock mic. So, and it's worked out well for me. Well, good to hear you in here today. Thanks for joining us. And let's see. Oh, I'm about to overlook something. Let me see if he's still here. He listed equipment, and then I failed to put him in the list of check-ins. Don, from WB4OQF from W4GCM. Go ahead with your comments. Well, I might should have remembered him earlier. Anyway, it's good to have him in. Let's see. Next up is Richard, W4WFL from W4GCM.
W4GCM, this is W4WFL, and just don't have a whole lot for the net today, and really just sitting here reading the mail, and had a nice visit with John K4B. He brought up and just sort of kicking around some things. I had a pretty good time doing that. Also learned some things in the background, so anyway, that's about it. But anyway, I'd say 73 is to the nut. You read mail and listen to comments, and God bless everybody, and God bless America. This is W4WFL on the Gulf Coast.
Very good. W4WFL from W4GCM. Well, good to hear you hanging out with John. He's a good influence. And what the heck is over Fort Lofton Beach this weekend for the Hamfest? If we get to see, I know John will be there, and I look forward to seeing him. Let's see. Over to you there, Greg. WB4KKJ. You're going to make it to Fort Walton. This is W4GCM.
Good evening, Art. W4GCM, WB4KKJ. Yes, sir, I'll be there. A couple of us are riding over together, so we'll be there bright and early. We're going over tomorrow night to set up. Don's OQF's got some stuff he's going to put up, so we're going to get his table set up, and then we'll be over Saturday morning. And I look forward to seeing you and the boss. And other than that, we had a good day today. Art, you're sounding good. Audio's just right there, buddy. It's a nice crisp. We got a good carrier. So, just on the Johnson Ranger, as John tells me, it's the People's Radio. The receiver's a 75X1 Collins. And I got L4B just running legal limit. And the microphone's a D104. And on my Collins KWM2A, I run the Shure 444, and it gives me good audio there. So run the static and electric voice, and then I've got also the Shure microphone products. But other than that, Art, you're doing a good job, and appreciate it. And good evening to everybody on the net. WB4KKJ returning to net.
Yeah, WB4KKJ from W4GCM. Well, I sure look forward to seeing you. I'm not going to try to make it over there tomorrow night, but I'll be there first thing Saturday morning with the boss. With K4SLX Maxwell. and we both have to support the same folks. Your Ranger and L4 sounding good. And thanks for the audio report. I appreciate it. This is a Flex 5000 with the Shore Mac I was listening and the SB220 here. Running about 250 watts. Let's see. Kevin, man, I hadn't talked to you in a long time. How you getting along? WA4KM from W4GCM.
Hello, Art. The band's a little noisy up here in the city of Gold. I just checking in for the numbers. I hope y'all are doing good. Hello to everybody out there in the AM world. I ain't got a whole lot to add. The band's really noisy, Art. So I won't hold it. Hope everybody's doing good. This WA4KM back to net control. 73, everybody. God bless.
Well, Kevin, thanks for joining us. Yeah, I can see the band is really getting a hell rhetoric. Appreciate you checking in with us tonight. The 73s. Over to you, Chuck, in for OYT from W4GCM.
Yeah, W4GCM. Good evening, Art. In for OYT on the River Styx, just west of Bloomingdale, Georgia. My favorite microphones, I guess, would have to be the Aesthetic Lollipop microphones, D104s, D10s, whatever. Speaking on one right now that has a electric condenser element in it, and speaking into a DX100 radio and out to a off-center fed dialogue. And I'm looking for a part for Halifax 100. If anybody got a Fox radio, I need a second IF tuning transformer. Anybody's got a SX100 cartridge laying around, I can get a part out of it. I need a tuning transformer. Other than that, that's about all that's going on over here. Info OYT back to net. Like a robot.
And for OYT from W4GCM. Well, I'll mention that again too. Greg is looking for, Chuck is looking for a SX100 parts rig. He's needing some tuning transformers for SX100s. If anybody's got one in your junk box, contact N4OYT. And let's see. Thank you for being with us tonight. The band is starting to get pretty noisy. We're down to one more here. Stand by, see for any late shaking. Mark, I hope you're still there. You were beaming in a minute ago. How's it going? AF1Z from W4GCM.
Yeah, hey Art, W4GCM and everybody on here, F1Z. Yes, I have patience. It's such a good net to listen to. I do sometimes just listen to it. I don't even check in, but thanks for running it, and what a great job. Yeah, I'm talking on a D104 here, and that's pretty much it. I use them on everything. Although on single sideband, I have a FT1000. You know, I have the Arborist 664, which I find is just great for that. And for general purpose use, I got a Shure 444. I've got several of those things, in addition to several D104s. So here's my preference, and you know, I don't invest in expensive microphones. I've never done it. I probably would be very happy with the results. Some of those high-end things are amazing. And all those guys are like John TP, who always sounds good. And as a matter of fact, John, I just wanted to tell you sound great tonight. Mr. Milner, glad to hear you're feeling better. I caught a drift that you weren't feeling well, and I've been out of touch. I'm just not with it. I admit it. Sorry about that. I assume you're going over to Dowling Park in the next couple of weeks, maybe. If I can lighten your load and meet you somewhere or anything out along I-10, be glad to do it. And just so you don't have to come so far out of the way. Also be glad to have you right here. So there you go. Anyway, I'm sorry to hear about Bob Heil, Art. I didn't know that he'd passed, and well, like a lot of people, I've spoken to Bob on the air a few times anyway, and enjoyed his article. He's a great contributor to electric radio. One of the things he wrote about was a very nice article on the ICO 720-730 combination and how to make them work right. And I always appreciated his articles anyway. Anyway, it's springtime. I got 2 or 3 apple trees with big blooms. I got a pear tree, which has never done a damn thing out there. It's actually blooming. It's full of them. And we don't look like we're going to have any more freezes, which usually kills off the spring thing. So, you know, if it gets them when they're blooming in the spring, you're done for that year. So, best to everybody. Sorry for the long-winded, and thanks, Art, for running the net. W4 GCM and everybody, AF1Z.
Contact.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
AF1Z K4 visa this. I'm going to come to your house. I like to come down there. And I'd like to meet your wife after talking to her on the phone. She seems to be easier to get a hold of than you are. Anyway, hope to see you in a couple of weeks, or at least in a week or so. K4 visa this.
Yeah, got it. Thanks a lot, Art. Thanks, John.
This 74 GCM, well, that's great. Well, I should warn you there, Mark. Since Kate's been running into John, she's always looking forward to seeing John and getting a hug. So he's a chick magnet. Anyway, that's a story for another time, I guess. Bob Heil, I used to run into him at the Huntsville Ham Fest often, and enjoyed talking to him, and went to his forums. Boy, he was just a load of good information, good applied audio information on ham radio communications. I really learned a lot from listening to him. And from what I read, he had about a year-long battle with cancer, and that done him in. On the microphone, yeah, Sure 44, Hector Voice 664. They went in for us. That's awesome, good stuff. And what you're running right now just sounds great. Anyway, good to talk to you tonight, Mark. You're right the tail end here. So let me stand by and see if there are any late check-ins for the Gulf Coast Mullet Society. That's 74 GCM. I see a carrier in there, but I couldn't make out anything. Are there any relays? And I'll try one other thing. I can see another carrier that's popping up at 5 kilohertz low. I'll wait for that time to join in.
Billy, you
74 GCM.
Already had Billy in there, SSY.
Yeah, damn if I get where I was supposed to be and still where I was last night. Sorry, Art. Hell for SSY.
Oh, hey, Billy. Well, with this Flexmatic, I can look up and I can see stuff, but I can't easily tune down to you. So thanks for coming up here. How are you doing, and what are your comments for the night? The question was, what's your favorite mic? AO4SSY from W4GCM.
Yeah, glad you brought that up, because I haven't been around. I've been
working on stuff all evening. I just run in here and sit down the last little bit to try to put my name in the hat for the numbers. But I guess it'd have to be the Dixie 104 there, or the D10-4 there, 10-4 Roger, you know, and the old lollipop. I guess I run them about on everything. Except the LMAC, which is on the Blitz only. I use a General Electric on it, which does real well. But I guess all in all, it's the D104. So, thanks for picking me up. It's awfully noisy. I almost just got off and went on. That static is horrible tonight. And, but it's cleared up a little bit here in the last little bit. Say I hadn't heard, maybe the last 5 or 6 people. It's the only time I've been in here. So, anyways, thanks for picking me up. Thanks for what you do. 7-3 from here. And I will say that before I unkey and get going, that I heard some of them mentioning Bob. It was always a pleasure to talk to him. A gentleman and a scholar. Didn't act like he was better than everybody else. You know, he talked to me just like he would everybody else, and I'm just a common Joe. So, anyways, he was. I enjoyed hearing him every time I guess about ever heard him. He was on the Harvey Wells bandmaster, and always sounding good. So, anyway, 7-3 from here on W4GC MKL4SSY. Thank you, sir.
MKL4SSY from W4GCM. Well, sure. I think if somebody really liked to bring ham radio, expose as many people as he could to ham radio, bring more folks into the hobby. And it was neat to see how he used his knowledge of audio over the years and how he applied that to ham radio too. I'm sorry he's gone. Billy, you sound just great tonight. And I agree with you, the 10 DAs are good mics. I have liked these ones on old Collins rigs, sideband rigs. But they can't beat 104. Let me try one other thing here. Now, I know Sam was right at the beginning, and he had to go eat supper. He might have found his way back. If he has, maybe he has a few more words of wisdom. Are you there, Sam? KF4TXQ from W4GCM. Oh, darn it. Well, I tried. Let's see. Anybody else want to check into the net before we close it? This is W4GCM. Okay. At this time, the Gulf Coast World Society net will conclude, and I wish to thank all those who participated in our net this Thursday evening. Our next net will be held 1 week from today at 6 p.m. Central Time. And your net control station will be Billy, K4SSY, located in Murphy, North Carolina. As a reminder, the following AM nets are held weekly on 3885 kilohertz in the AM mode. Monday, WE4AM, the Eagle Net. Tuesday, W4AMI, Southeastern AM Radio Swap Net. The Florida AM group, the Warren Ellie Memorial Net. Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. Also, please join the Collins Collectors Association AM Net. The first Wednesday night of the month on 3880 kilohertz. This is W4GC. I'm now returning frequency back to regular order 3S. 73 everyone. N4JK is now clear.